a really crazy. It looks like it's a burn off. It's a burn off or a cover up ship. No, that's not a forest fire dust. I don't know what that is.
No, it's not. What is it? Kerry, what is that? What is that? Kerry, what is that?
A nightmare for doctors fighting back against bacteria.
While this is not an issue yet locally, hospitals and nursing homes have no way to treat a new superbug.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is James LaFleur with the Impossible Channel. Welcome back. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It really seems like we're living inside of a movie, folks. Sometimes Truman Show or something like that, you know. But there's one thing that makes us continue on pursuing the truth behind all of these events. And this feeling that we have, you and me, and probably a good part of the rest of the world, this feeling that we have that there is something out there that is not being told is really big, and it's getting bigger and bigger by the day.
Joined the Royal Navy in 1960, and I specialised in microwave warfare. Radar, obviously, which uses microwave, but they don't just teach you radar, they teach you all about microwaves and other uses. So I understood about microwave warfare and how it can damage people, how it can harm people. And when governments don't like a group of people, for instance, the ladies who protest at Greenham Common in England about the American missile base they camped, they were microwaved. We microwaved in Northern Ireland to make them sick. It goes on all over the world.
The miracle of modern medicine has no answer for a microscopic army of germs.
We do not have adequate treatment against it.
Bacteria is getting smarter, and scientists are calling it a nightmare.
Carbapenem-resistant Enterobacter AC.
At this point, we have no indication of foul play involving Dr. Cunningham. We're waiting on an ME's report to be finalized. As she said, she's still going through the information to try and determine, exactly we believe it's drowning, but we want to make sure there's no other indicators or other problems.
And it's a weapon that you don't know you're being targeted because the dose is very, very low, which is actually more dangerous than a high dose. It's very, very low, and it may take a year or two, but you can cause neurological damage and cancers.
Pretty sure, and I don't know exactly if people would want to know where it all leads, where it ends, you know what I mean? So it's just like in ancient days or in older times where people believed that the earth was flat. and that the kings told them that if they were to sail further than the horizon, they would fall and meet monsters. Today, quite the same happens with NASA. You see the stars, well, you can't go there because if you do, you will fall because there is no gravity out there, right? And I'm not trying to compare one with the other, but it's quite the same thing. They're telling you don't go there, not without the equipment, the necessary equipment.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
And that's got to be quite expensive, right? I mean, after going to the moon in 1969, I'm pretty sure today they have a lot of bases there, and they keep doing research and going there, right? Actually not. According to themselves, they don't have the technology to do so. So it doesn't make sense. I mean, going to Mars.
For a launch in about 5 years. 5 years seems like a long time to me.
Are you sincerely trying to save the world?
Well, I'm trying to do good things, yeah. I mean, saving the world is not...
That really looks like the thing that jacks into the back of Neo's head in The Matrix.
Right.
All right?
Doesn't make sense. So again, this feeling that we have that there is something wrong, something that's not being told, is growing. I am skeptical about certain things happening worldwide, and one of them is the weather. I've been reading comments, and I've been looking at social media and all those things. I'm impressed by the number of trolls trying to convince people that chemtrailing and geoengineering, it doesn't exist. It's not a coincidence that chemtrailing, HARP, geoengineering, everything is happening right now while they gave you a phone to stare at. Not only phones, you know what I'm talking about. When you get inside a car, what is the first thing you see? A TV. Was that common? No. So, people used to look at the sky. Now they just don't. Right now, either you think like this or you are the enemy. Wake up, folks, before it's too late.
If you want the keymaker, follow me. Get out. I am so sick and tired of this bullshit. On and on. Pompous prick. A long time ago, when we first came here, it was so different.
What if they have a plan? What if this is all an agenda to get us cornered?
And he said, if it doesn't go through to the bomb, it'll aim it at your head and make you make a mistake. And that's really got me interested from that point, because I thought, well, how can microwaves going into your brain make you make a mistake? It is a perfect stealth weapon. And when governments don't like a group of people, and it's a weapon that you don't know you're being targeted because the dose is very, very low.
I'm impressed. Is the array of I mean, by now, not only the governments, they have all admitted it. It's happening. They've opened the game. They've said, yes, we're doing it.
Aerosol injection, or SAI, a method of seeding the stratosphere with particles that can help reflect the sun's heat in much the same way that volcanic eruptions do.
And it's a silent thing. this is exactly what people are feeling. I mean, this is exactly what's going on. There are so many people trying to explain the anomalies in the sky. The Wi-Fi clouds, double sunsets, bizarre rainbows everywhere, clouds that don't make any sense. Is this all engineered by HAARP and microwaves? Are we being microwaved? Because this is a little different, folks. It's like this. If you do not agree with the game, you're going to be microwaved.
It is a perfect stealth weapon. And when governments don't like a group of people, for instance, the ladies who protest at Greenham Common in England about the American missile base they camped, they were microwaved. We microwaved Catholics in Northern Ireland.
We're talking about Facebook being the filter. Think about it. They would only need to know who you are and tag you. Once you're tagged, they would microwave a certain region or you yourself. So, of course, this leads into another conspiracy, the one in which a lot of people believe in a certain agenda that they will diminish the population because of this and that. How are they going to do it? One of the ways, of course, could be with microwave and HAARP and antennas. There are so many people that want to know about 5G technology and all that. CERN, what is all this, right? What is all this? Why is it happening now? So I just want to point out something that I've realized after all these months, after all this show that they've been putting in our faces. You've realized it's a show, right? I mean, think about the last 2 years. They guaranteed that every single person in the world would have a phone in their hands so that they could chemtrail the skies. And us, we wouldn't even look up. We wouldn't be able to realize the changes that would be happening right in our faces, just like now. If you ask your neighbor about chemtrailing or geoengineering, they're going to call you crazy. And of course, this is concerning. Not only that, they've been planning to shut down, theoretically, the web. So it will be weird if that happens, of course. I do hope that this is just a hoax. At the same time, I do feel that somehow all of this is connected. I'm talking about the cracks, the ocean receding, strange sunsets, sunrises, looking sky, you know. All of these things. Even the censorship that they're trying to come up with. This thing that this show that they're putting, there's something wrong with it. And I believe that it's all connected. But what are they really hiding? I mean, come on, leave a comment. What do you think they're hiding? Don't forget to subscribe.